This is a headline. It says buy gold right away. It says Mark Farber, and they put GLD, SLV, GDX, AGQ, UGL, Ultra Gold. But he's not really saying that. He's saying that if you don't have any gold at all, buy it right away with the thought that it may drop further. But if you don't have any gold, there's going to be debt defaults and currency devaluations. He's talking about it down here as central banks of the G7 seek to simultaneously devalue respective currencies. So, I know there's this little thing they got, Mark Farber against Warren Buffett, but Warren Buffett is, you think he's not going to make money? He's going to make money off of agriculture and oil. People have to eat, and the economy it has to consumes energy. He's not stupid. He's going to make money. These guys have different opinions. They're both going to make money. They're both going to make money. Yeah, this is, something I was picking up. I put that on my other little video. Gold price could fall below 1,500. Just remember, like, gold had a big increase, and it almost returned to, if it did the same kind of climb it did in January all over again, it would be back up to the top again. I was pointing this out before, and I was thinking, I don't know. But, what I was thinking was if it got overheated, and this is something he was saying, because he doesn't know either. He's not God, but he's smart. But he's smart, and I respect his opinion. He said that if gold got overheated early on, we'd have this big correction period. So I don't know what it was going to do. So, but right now, I think some of the stuff going on with the euro is really what's clobbering this stuff. Maybe possibly to slow down in China a little bit, but a lot of it is the euro problems. Slowdowns in euro, and if they have a problem on March 20th or March 23rd with rolling over the debt and whatever the heck they got to do, then you're going to see the metals take a major hit again. So I am basically in cash. Now I had this Sprott, and I was going to keep it, hold it, but I dumped the rest of it today, and I dumped almost half of it yesterday. So actually, that's almost half I dumped yesterday. Wasn't that stupid in retrospect, because it got worse today. And I don't know if it's going to bounce or not, but I'm kind of stuck in a couple things. I did get some AGQ, but I examined what, like I said, I examined what goes on with that fund. It doesn't erode that bad. Like, see, silver jumped up to 36 again, or something like that, or 35. I would be ahead. I would be ahead than if I just went by an index on the spot price of silver. I would be. It's very difficult to say when the entry points are, and these are very volatile markets, quite obviously. Something else I want to point out, I think this is interesting as anything, because I was talking about this global output index, total global output index produced by JP Morgan. You know what? They revised it. I went to look at the link, and the link was down. It was in Bloomberg. Like, Bloomberg has this, links and stuff, and I had the link up there. So it was a problem internal with their servers, they say, And I'm not trying to say there's a conspiracy, but you know what it looks like? Well, maybe it is. I don't know. They revised the number significantly. This number, actually, I saw in writing, this was 54.1 in January. It says 54.5. And, looking at the chart, I really couldn't tell exactly what it was, but it was 51 point something in February. On another article I was reading on March 1st, when this first came out. So they revised this upward. So it was going down, and actually, if the chart was there, it was actually showing it go down from January 31st to February 29th, 2012. It was going down. Now it's going up. That is usually bullish for the metals. Yes, and I know I sold today, because I don't know if that's I'm trying to think that if this stuff that's going on right now, like, it might bounce a little tomorrow. It's common sense. But the stuff that's going on right now is kind of severe. And I just think it's one of these Euro News corrections types things. But the basic underlying industry, if this is going up, is strong. So the Baltic Dry Index, this is the Baltic Dry Index. It's going up slightly, even though it's really bad. It's bad here in February. I'm thinking this stuff is still going to crash more, mainly because of what's going on in the euro. Although I don't think the euro is going to fall apart. Like I said, I think it's a game that's going on. Scare the crap out of all the nations and stuff like that. Make them work together. More centralized control. Even centralized taxation. Whatever they got to do, to make things work. So there will be a European Union that's, really not just a loosely put together entity with treaties, but it's going to have like a central power government. That's really what they're trying to do. So I think there may be more drama about the euro, but that's going to clobber the markets again. And when he says he's not a god or nothing like that, but he was talking about possibly a correction in gold. So it was Jim Rogers. And, if he's talking around this level, you got to remember back at the end of December, it was touching 1522. And silver was touching, 27 something? So, it could go below 30 for all I know. But I'm not going to try to wait for that, because you could be missing the boat. You could be missing the boat big time. But I think silver's going to correct some more. It may bounce tomorrow, It may bounce tomorrow. And I might see how high. If it bounces a little bit, I'm going to probably get rid of the AGQ, stay cash, because I think there may be this problem in March. This, some people were talking about, not like, all this stuff's going to be set back forever, but this Greek problem is a big question as far as what it's going to do to the markets temporarily. So that might be the place to buy this stuff. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing. But I got to look at whatever facts I can get out of this thing. And I don't like just holding, because I'm getting sick of this garbage, to tell you the truth. And pretty much disgusted with Eric Sprott's fund big time. Because if this thing goes up to even, say it pulls back to 31 or whatever, 30, if it does, and you're in Sprott and you go up, you're going to go up to 40, you're going to go up to a third. But if you're in something else, you're going to go up a hell of a lot more. So there's no way in hell you're going to get back. You're never going to. It's never going to perform in a bull market like leverage would. But he's warning that there's going to be more of a correction. He's saying there's going to be more of a correction. So, he's talking about buying just plain old gold, if you don't have any because of debt defaults. And I think his advice is great. But, I know you also heard about Warren Buffett talking about oil and agriculture. This guy's going to make money, and Warren Buffett's going to make money. Warren Buffett's going to make money off of energy, what people need, and he's going to make money off of agriculture. Great. So he's going to make, they're both really right. They make it look like there's a contest. It's a bunch of garbage. They're both going to make money. There's no doubt about it. Now, I'm interested if I'm going to make money. So I am possibly going to wait on this thing because the whole landscape changed. And, I don't know if I should be reacting like this or not. But, when you're seeing these kinds of drops and it's breaking through these different points, yes, it's going to bounce a little bit. But there might be something else going on with the euro, and since he's talking like another further correction till it finally starts taking off again, I think I'm going to wait this out a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. Change plans, but if you're holding in PSLV forever or whatever you're doing, you're actually getting clobbered, right now. So I'm kind of glad I sold yesterday a good part of it. I wasn't that stupid after all. Actually, I should have sold all of it. Should have sold all of it when it was up at $16 a share. That would have been nice. And I'm kind of turned into a cheerleader myself when that was going on, and that was a stupid mistake on my part to maximize what you need to do. But it is difficult to say what silver will do. They don't call it the devil's metal for nothing. But let's assume that Mark Farber is basically correct. If you got your physical silver and you want to go in it, you know, probably there's gonna be more of these buying opportunities if you want to keep buying this stuff. But I'm not buying any more coins. That's ridiculous. Get the hell out of here with that stuff. I got enough of them. So you know, let's see. I think March 20th to 23rd, maybe there's something that's going to happen that's going to knock these markets down. But any news that knocks them down, that's when I'm going to get in there electronically. And I just want to add that I'm going to keep the oil position. I am not sure about oil because this is something I think the middle class is going to get hammered with more than anything. And if I was the Devils, I'd be keep pushing this thing up. I'd be pushing this thing up because that's the way to really clobber the middle class, and you can make a lot of money off of them at the same time because they need the crude oil for everything they do, not just driving cars, but it goes in all these products and all this other stuff. So you know, even if this pulls back, holding oil might be the smarter thing to do. That's what I've been thinking of before. You know, I was a little unsure about silver, but this silver could actually bounce up and then take another nosedive. It would not surprise me. So I'm going to hold this AGQ. If it bounces up, not necessarily tomorrow, but if it bounces up to 34 or something, I'll get rid of it. You know.